episode 376 of the Konfidence in the Klutch podcast. I'm Donald Nelson on the Konfidence in the Klutch network. Click that bell for notifications, new content when I drop, new media, energy up. I keep on saying that health is wealth. Take care of yourself, man. Let's get into it, man. First of all, I want to say Happy Mother's Day. I forgot last week to all the mothers out there, to those just struggling, you know what I mean, and doing everything they need to do for themselves and them children. Appreciate you. For those that don't deserve it, appreciate you, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? We only get love, you know what I mean? Everybody got their own little situation, so I want to make sure you are appreciated on that day. I got a question, though. When did Mother's Day turn into Birthday 2.0 for women? Y'all tell me that. This shit is another birthday for women. For real. Like, it's crazy, though. But, you know what I mean? They get all the love, man. It ain't even no comparing with Father's Day and Mother's Day. It's like comparing black people and white people, man. It's two different things, two different situations, man. We ain't even getting all that. I know I get my respect and my love on Father's Day, so it's cool, you know what I mean? So we rolling. Let's get into it. Let's talk NBA news, y'all. Last week, there was a lot of game one blowouts and all that shit. In the beginning, you know what I mean, while we two-stepping with each other in this NBA thing. And now that we have what we need as far as we know what we doing, we know what you're doing, there's a lot of exploitation going on right now. Jokic won his MVP. To me, man, Shai should have won, given the season that the OKC Thunder did have, but you can't say Jokic shouldn't have won. You know what I mean? So Shai could have won it, Jokic could have won it, Tatum could have won it, Brunson could have won it. But yeah, I think Shai should have won though. Shai still would have been an international player. It don't even matter. Man, we got to get a Native American. You know what I'm saying? Well, not even Native American, a homeborn American-born player to win his shit. Well. Now, some people would say this has to be Jokic's last MVP, and I'm like, not really. You know what I mean? But the way he's playing, you can't do shit with him. He's showing that. It's a regular season award, but look at the playoffs. You know what I mean? The Lakers couldn't do shit with him. Now it seems like the T-Wolves, we going to get into that, seem like they can't do shit with him because of Cat and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I didn't understand what we watching, though, because no way in hell Jokic gets 71 first-place votes, and Shai gets like 15. It's like they're making up for last year. Like Embiid shouldn't have got it because Jokic won. No, it's a regular season award. And we're going to see Jokic get that shit tonight in Denver. Thursday, Suns fired Frank Vogel after one season. I think that's bullshit. But if you want the man for the job, they picked you. You only got 1 year. I don't like that rhetoric. But if I'm Vogel, I'm like, I understand, I guess. The thing about the Suns is that Brothers was hurt. He didn't have a point guard. They went 49-33 with Brothers hurt, but they were swept in the first round by the Wolves. I get that, but better positioning, they don't meet the Wolves. Like, I would love to see them play against Dallas. I would love to see them play against the Lakers. I would love to see them play against OKC. You know what I mean? Just to see what's what. But, you know, it is what it is. They didn't get the opportunity. There's a lot of stuff coming about KD, and he wasn't talking to Frank Vogel for like 2 months. I don't understand how a player don't talk to the coach for 2 months. Like, what did I do as a coach that you ain't talking to me? And player-wise, what gives the player the ability to just disregard me as a human being walking around this bitch and we working together? I don't understand that. Coach Bud from Milwaukee signed like a 5-year, $30-something million contract or whatever. Native of Arizona, so that's going to be a good fit for them. He beat them in 21 for the chip. You know what I'm saying? They was down 2-0 with the Bucks, so that's going to be a good fit. He won a lot of games with Atlanta, but he won a lot of games with Milwaukee, and he's a championship coach. Like, I love Doc Rivers, but I wish we still had Coach Bud. He shouldn't have got fired. The Bucks are on their third coach in a year, though. Still, I'm still going to pump that out to the masses. So, hopefully they figure it out. Talking about KD might get moved and all this. I'm like, for what? But if y'all gonna move him then. If he the issue, y'all didn't have no point guard, y'all ain't got no real post players, y'all ain't got no bench, because in order to kick KD, you know what I mean? Y'all kind of let a lot of people go. It's like, and for Bradley Beal to come through, we had to trade Chris Paul. Like, we gutted our roster for these 3 cats, and we don't have what we need. We don't have a post player. We got rid of Aiden. Like, how we gonna get rid of Aiden and Monty? You know what I mean? Like, the finish just, but Ishbia, he got to take all these hits. You know what I mean? For that. Moving on, Pat Beverley, he got suspended 4 games for the altercation with fans and the issue with the reporter in Indianapolis. That's fair, 4 games. But we know, listen, he finna get a whole lot more from the person he hit in the head, that lady that's scared to go to the basketball games and sit close to the bench and all this shit. He gonna get from that. The man he threw the ball back at, oh man, my finger hurt. Like, it's just, man, it's just money. It's just money. It's money, but man, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's what I would say. Stephen A. Yesterday on the Stephen A. Smith show talked about the Bronny passing the NBA health and wellness thing at the combine, which is a good thing. We know that Bronny has entered the draft and he's getting advised, but he hasn't hired an agent. That means he can go back to the well, I think it don't matter right now. You can go back to college, and he was on the transfer portal, so we'll see. But the biggest interesting thing he said about this Bron shit, because Bron can sign, he got a PO for like 50, right? So Bron can sign for like the 50 ball, and then Bron can sign for like the 50 ball, right? And then with a PO, or he wants a 3-year like 160. He said Bronny might not be there for that second round pick when the Lakers have it, but he's hearing like Dallas might want to grab him because we got Kyrie and they want to play it again together. You got Jason Kidd, who he wanted him as a Lakers coach. He was on the staff of Vogel when they won in the bubble. You got Luka. You put Bron with Luka and Kyrie. Throw Bron on the block, let him do his thing. Then Bron ain't got to be bringing up the ball and initiating like that. Throw that shit to Bron on the block, catch that shit, reverse pivot, throw it to Lively. Man. Woo. That's what I was like hell yeah. All right, y'all. Let's get to this conference finals talk, man. Let me know what y'all think about that shit. I'm rolling. I am rolling with that. Of course, I'm a Laker first, so I want him to stay with the Lake show. But, man, shit, I'm rolling. All right. Where's the conference finals? Let's talk this Jokic. Let's talk this the series. The way the Wolves came in Denver the first 2 games, they just outplayed them, right? Like, and Edwards made sure he did what he did. In game 1, just the talking and everything they did, Cat needed to change his game and not only shooting trays, right? Because he has to be an inside presence and outside. But we cannot let Cat just shoot trays. That's when they don't play well. We know that Rudy has a hard time running and defending Jokic. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to figure it out. But then they bounced back. They won that game, and the Wolves did in game 2. Without Gobert there, welcoming in his son, I'm like, it's going to have to force Cat to play better D and not be foul prone, right? But it was all types of emotions because Denver was getting blown the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? 61-35 at half. And yes, I think Jamal Murray should have got suspended for doing what he did because he threw it at a ref. Yes, I think Michael Malone should have got a tech. I hear the former NBA players on the pods, man, that's great refereeing. No coach can do that. Like, it's just the referee might just said, fuck y'all getting y'all ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Now, I agree with that. I ain't going to tee you up because y'all getting y'all ass kicked. This hurt more. You did all that shit and I ain't teeing you up. You ain't going to get a rise out of your team. Y'all just getting y'all ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? So, I can see that as a referee, but Edwards don't want to be compared to J-Bone. I get it, but that block, that post on a block play he has is Jordan-esque. You know what I mean? And I like that turnaround. And he's strong as fuck with it. Like, I like that. You know, but you know, I can't see. I'm going back to the Murray shit at that $100,000 no suspension. I don't agree with that. Especially once we realize what happened to Dedmon in Miami. He hit something and it flew on the ground and he got suspended again. Curry was been ejected 3 times and shit like that. But, you know, the Wolves did what they did. And this is my series, this round that I really like and enjoying. Then game three, Nuggets went and blew them out 117-90. And then game four, 115-107, the Nuggets won. Nuggets were shooting hot, 64.7%, 64.7% in the first half and shit. I didn't like how the Wolves gave up all them points at the end of the first half. They could have been down like 7 or 10, and then they ended up being down 15. It was just lazy, lackadaisical, not playing, like not finishing the half. And what has happened is now the Joker already knew Rudy can't do shit with me, but now I'm finna expose your ass even more. So since Rudy returned in game 3, the Wolves have been outplayed. Jokic outplayed him in the first half. He's the MVP in the league. He's supposed to outplay Rudy, but Rudy's supposed to give him some resistance instead of just backing up every time Jokic do all this shit all in his face. Jokic had 35-7-7. Gordon had 27-7-5. Ant-Man had 44 franchise playoff record. Towns at 13-12. Fam, you can't have 13 Anthony Towns. You can't. Dog got to do more. You got to get on the block, yo. You know what I mean? And like defensively, I don't know what the fuck the Wolves are doing. Like the double is coming from the wrong person, and that offensive player is making shots. So if Michael Porter Jr. didn't have a good game shooting, KCP didn't have a good game shooting, but Aaron Gordon just getting to the hole doing all types of shit. You know what I mean? Offensively, the Wolves can't get shit going out of Ant-Man. You know what I mean? The last 2 games, dude in Denver might have just strategized and said he can eat, nobody else is. So now we in the best out of 3, right? That harder champion shit, the Nuggets is showing. Michael Malone making mixtapes of motherfuckers on the media talking crazy about him. Like, whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do. But this Ant-Man motherfucker, something special about him. And when you got a young cat riding with you like this, the leader of your team, his post game was excellent. I love that shit. That young brother's amazing. Like, he needs another player to talk that talk and walk the walk with him. And I wish Cat was get out of his humility and go ahead and be like, yo, I got your back. We got this shit, instead of just smiling when Ant-Man doing this shit and going ahead like, yeah, man, we finna pop Cats. Like, because to me, Cat got to give Cats, he got to give Denver like 23 and 10 minimums each the rest of the series. Best he got to win 2 out of these 3. You can't have 13 and 12. They're going to have to figure out what to do with Rudy ass because he's killing them on holding Joker because he fucking can't. But game 2, Nas Reed, when Denver didn't shoot it well, they did their thing. So how are we going to use Rudy against Jokic is paramount, right? Cat, how are we going to use him on offense is paramount. So we got Rudy and Cat that needs to be used differently, both offensively and defensively. And Rudy, I know you're a great help side defense, but you're going to have to get Dawg some resistance, B. You're going to take some charges. You might have to flop. You're going to have to do something because he just can't back you down. Use your length, get in the passing lanes, Rudy. Fuck the weak side defense. You know what I mean? He's going to have to release from being so much weak side. Y'all got to hold y'all, man. And I got to make sure Jokic just ain't getting us and killing us because Jokic get up in there and pass that shit out because y'all helping me. No help on Jokic. Just let me play him straight up. Because if that's what it is, let him play straight up. And then we take him out. We are able to move faster because Nas Reed is faster than Rudy in transition, man. Just do it. Thunder Mavs. Game 1 Thunder. You know what I mean? They're young. They got great chemistry. So I love that. But it was a close game. All these games been close, right? For the most part. Then they get opened up. Game 2, Mavs beat the Thunder 119-110. Ky didn't have a great game scoring, but he created like crazy, and he created opportunities for PJ to have a great game, which is my trade of the year down there. The Siakam in Indiana is good, but what PJ has done and get him that third scorer that you got to respect on Dallas, that's what has helped them and has put them over the limit. I wish Milwaukee, we had somebody like PJ Washington because we needed 3-and-D like that. Game 3, the Mavs beat the Thunder. And in Game 4 last night, Thunder beat the Mavs 196, tied this shit up. Shea had 34, 8, and 5. Chet had 18, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks. Luka had 18, 10, and 12. You know, the Mavs was winning by 10 at half, 11 at half. You know, they was making a case for being the new Lob City and shit, right? But, I mean, if you was watching the game, you would have thought the Thunder were done because their body language was looking so bad because the Mavs were doing what they wanted to with them, and they were looking defeated. But that little dust up with PJ and all them, and they fell on the ground, and PJ behind the ref, hoe ass nigga! You see that shit? Watch the replay. PJ, man, these cats crazy. Hoe ass nigga. Man, oof. Basketball, man. But after that little dust up and shit, the Thunder persevered in the second half and inch. And that missed double dribble by Jalen Williams with 1:30 left in the game. Tied, with the game tied, OKC went up 2, I believe. That play right there. It always come down to one play and shit. Like, yo, hold up. And that shit right there was a difference. Dallas lost the game, though, at the free throw line. They were 12 of 23. Oklahoma City was 23 for 24. So they plus 11 from the free throw line. Remember, Dallas was winning 11 at half. Do the math. So the growth OKC showed during the second half of this game is the growth that we see that could win them the series. Y'all hear me? The growth they showed in the second half is the growth you need to see as a coach. And you know what? I am so fucking excited about us going back home now as OKC if I was the coach, because I know we got this shit now. We just got to play. We play like that, we got them. Eastern Conference semis. Knicks, man. Knicks won game 1, 121-117. With some of these challenges and stuff that was going on, I agree with Chuck that you should be able to challenge anything, and if you're wrong, you get a technical. You know what I'm saying? However, I agree with Kenny as well that keep the same system, and if you win both, you get a third challenge. I agree that you like if you challenge, you get a technical, motherfucker. You get 2 technicals, you get thrown out the game. I understand they try to speed up the game, but but that for that instance right there, it was about a kickball that wasn't a kickball, and those are not reviewable. So the competition committee gonna have to look at that possibly, because only fouls, out of bounds, and goaltending are. So we got to see. But a kickball to change of possession, you know what I mean? Or something. I forget what happened with that shit, but we learned Mitchell Robinson would be out for the rest of the playoffs. Yeah, because it wasn't a kickball, and Indiana was going on a fast break. It was a deflection of a body part. Indiana was going like on a 3-on-1, and they called the kickball shit and stopped the momentum. That was crucial. That was crucial. Game 2, while they balling, classic moment, Josh Hart goes over to Reggie while he's commenting, and New York faithful are chanting, fuck Reggie Miller, and Hart goes to Reggie and says, I think they're saying fuck you if you can't hear them. You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny, man. Carlisle. You can't complain about the refs for missed calls in game 1 and game 2. Not report game 1, but say you've got 76 missed calls in game 2. Make it make sense, B. Knicks go up 2-0. We going back to Indiana. Pacers win game 3. Blew them the fuck out 121-89. Halliburton seemed like he got back on this shit, what he was doing. Brunson had 18. The Knicks' lack of depth is showing now versus a team that is deep and they run like a motherfucker. So we know the rest of the time now we got no OG, we got no Bogdanovich, we got no Mitchell Robinson, we got Julius Randle, right? So my thing is, in game 4 when they got bucked, right? What we talking about? Tom is going to have to use his bench more. Like, he got to. You got some cats that can give you some minutes, man. The Pacers, and I know how hard it is with the coach. He want to play who the fuck he want to play, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4 people that was in your rotation. If you had a 9-man rotation, you don't have, but you had a 10. The other cats got to play because we got to spell them other cats. Niggas is tired, B. Pacers 5 at home versus 1 and 4 on the road during the playoffs. So now this 2-2, best of 3. Pivotal game 5 tonight. The sustainability of only playing 6 for Tibbs, though, will not work and will lose New York this damn series. Celtics, Cavs, game 1, Celtics won that shit. Yeah, I mean, game 2, the Cavs win it, buck their ass because the Celtics live by the 3 and die by the 3. 8 of 35 for 23%. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Cleveland made 5 more threes while shooting 55% from the field, making 14 more field goals than the Celtics. Drew had 4 points in 35 minutes. Can't have that. No Porzingis. You had to clean up the interior, have an inside presence on offense. Like 44% of Boston shots was threes in that game. Like, put your head down and get to the cup. You know what I'm saying? Game 3, the Celtics win. They get back on it. In game 4, Celtics win last night 109-102. Tatum had 33 and 11 and 5. He had 30 in game 3 as well. Jalen Brown had 27 8 rebounds. Garland had 30 and 7 assists. Mobley had 19 and 9 rebounds. Boston led by as much as 15. Cleveland didn't have no Donovan Mitchell, no Jared Allen, so it's a wrap. They down 3-1. Drew has been playing better the last 2 games. I think he got like 16 and 18 the last 2 games. And that has been the difference with Boston. Now you got to worry about Drew because we need that third scorer. Drew, fuck all that facilitating. You know what I mean? Because my man White ain't been balling crazy these last 2 games, and that's it. Now, yesterday there was a report that Porzingis is starting to do the on the court work, which is a good sign for them. So it's all good. All right, y'all. You continue anything in the conversations, man, online, man. Let's talk about some WNBA shit for the one time. I love the hot mics. Sometimes seeing WNBA personality. Skylar Diggins-Smith was talking to Kia Nurse pre-jump when Kia was talking about she's 28 and almost 30, and Skylar said, but my pussy's old. Like, seeing women talk like that is funny. It's funny. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I love that shit. The WNBA announced that the teams will fly charter flights, even though everybody hasn't got to that state yet, because we still got some owners that's stingy with their paper. It was a fucking win that players have been asking for years. Last year, BG was harassed by a YouTuber in Dallas. They said she can go private, but she like, what about my team? Last week, Caitlin Clark was gawked at like a fish in an aquarium. You know what I'm saying? The attention and eyes that Clark, the attention and eyes that Clark, Reese, Cardoza, and other rookies bring are making a W make fundamental organizational change, which is a great thing. History lesson. Remember, some teams wanted to fly private because the owners could afford it. Think about Las Vegas. Think about New York. The broke owners couldn't or didn't want to and bitched about it. So the league said no team could travel charter due to organizational disadvantages. Now we're hearing some will say nothing happened last year with this BG shit, and then Caitlin Clark has issues, and that makes y'all change y'all steez. 2 things can't be true, but this is about evolution of the game. Like, I'm gonna have to buy the WNBA League Pass, $35. I got a fantasy league for the WNBA. We can create one this year, Konfidence in the Klutch. I need y'all to join that because I got like 3 people in. I need to get 3 more so we can do it. I'm the 6-person league. Holla at me, man. The link is in on Twitter. Hit me up. I'll put the link up in the notes at the end of this episode. Toronto will become the W's 14th team and will start playing 2026. They're going to have to up those salaries, though, because paying Canadian and U.S. taxes, I'm not going to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. We already ain't winning like that. And I don't fuck that Toronto shit on everything. Like, nah, B. Asia Wilson. And now she would be receiving her signature shoe from Nike in 2025. A clothing line and all that shit. It's called A1, right? See? She wasn't out here talking. We talked for her. However, she was already in the background working on the shit, working on designs and all this shit, and all doing type of everything. Loose lip sync ships, G, so she was just chilling. But I'm glad the public outcry, but see, sometimes we make shit about black and white, and it ain't black and white, it's business. I'm going to be quiet and I'm jumping my shit. Now, I've seen some of the prototypes because they're using AI, man. I just hope that shit ain't no fugazi shit. I hope it's some of the best shit we've ever seen in our life as far as performance-wise. And yesterday, we learned that BG has a fractured toe and is out indefinitely. Damn, man. That fucking sucks, man. Get better, BG. Moving on. This rap shit now is taking another turn, right? We've opened the door to some shit now, right? The game is diss Rick Ross. So is he on Drake's side? I don't think so, but he just diss Rick Ross just out of the fucking blue, right? Like Rick Ross eating bowls of cereal out of motherfucking Louis Vuitton bowls and spoon. King Combs, Puffy song, made a song dissing everybody, and especially 50, and everybody talking about his dad, no Diddy shit. So 50 was talking crazy to Lil Cuz online, and Meek Mill stood up for Combs and shit, and now 50 went on his ass making all types. Man, dawg, this shit ain't, nah. Shannon Sharp didn't like the way Shaq, when he introduced Jokic winning the MVP last year, saying, I didn't vote for you, saying maybe Dog should have had more MVPs, but you ain't doing enough to get him like Jokic, and that was wrong to do that. So Shaq made a diss record to Shannon. Soulja Boy is in the beef with Metro in 21 because Soulja Boy asked Metro to take an old tweet talking about, I'm at the studio with Jeezy while you sending beats to Soulja Boy from like 2012 because they was calling Metro Boomin, Metro Grooming, finding old tweets. And you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, He like take it down 24 hours, and 21 Savage said, or what type shit. And man, they talking about shooting. You know what I mean? Like, man, it just don't make no sense, y'all. And that's the one that's scary because they're talking that stick talk. Like, keep that shit on wax, y'all. But yeah, we didn't want the beef to go to motherfuckers that might do some real gangster thug shit. That ain't what we wanted, y'all. So please get that shit under control, man. Keep it on wax, y'all. All right, quick one real fast. We about this joint, man. Let's do it. I got a question. What is this secret whole body deodorant bullshit, man? What is this shit? The commercial is traumatizing. The lady is saying, like, her coochie stinks, which they bleep out. And she's talking about from my pits to my tits. And then it's like, so she's saying up under her bra stinks and shit. Like, what's going on? What is whole body deodorant? What happened to scrubbing? What happened to sitting in the tub and shit? Exfoliating your skin? And what's going on? You nasty, funky motherfuckers. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Stop taking showers and sit your ass down in the bath. What the fuck? Stop wearing them leggings every day and tight ass shirts and shit and compressing all your shit. Let that motherfucker breathe. Shit. What do you mean? What is whole body deodorant, man? Let that shit breathe. Lord have mercy, man. Y'all gotta holler at me, man. I would have a life accused as a teacher coach, but I got too many eyes watching me, man, about this shit. Just know. Hold up. Just know this. It's bullshit. And I can't wait till motherfuckers move the fuck around. That's what I will say. Everybody that got something to say about your boy, all types of bullshit. Remember, somebody quit, and I'm in trouble because they quit. We about this bitch, man. Fuck all that shit, man. We had a good day. They can kiss it where the sunshine. Money on my mind, still on my grind. It's Confidence together, man. It's Klutch together, man. Thank you for listening. Listen to and follow Network on various platforms, confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Click the bell for notification. New content when I drop. Search Confidence in the Klutch, baby. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on X and Instagram at KITK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Klutch, man. You know what? Weekly, Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezus, Deezos, Don P, Don D. Lil D, Donrilla Digger. Host Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson. A Confidence in the Klutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night, y'all. You're listening during the daytime. Credit great day on purpose, man. Hey, the hate don't bother me, y'all. I just deal with it, man. Y'all can't stop the sun from shining. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the Klutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the Klutch.
Confidence in the Klutch.